Insley and I are on a birch scouting mission. This is where I took the two birches back in May or June. And we took a third one and fourth one from here. And there's the old bear hunting camp that looks a lot different now than it did back then. This littler one on the right, although it's not very big, it's dying back. And I better catch it now while it's still got some leaves. It's still leafed out, because I don't want to run into a half-rotten tree again like I did with that big, massive mother. Then I'm looking at this one. And I wanted to try to get it to wedge it so it would fall that way also, because I'm going to be pulling these out with the winch. But unfortunately, it's got enough of a lean away from where I want it to go that I'm going to have to fell it right through there. A little bit of a concern. You can see crosswise up there is a popple, a leaning popple. And I'm thinking that this one I want to cut, the birch, is going to catch on the top of that leaning popple. It's going to be close. It may touch it, but the top branches are weak enough that it may pass right over and through it. I don't know. If it gets hung up, then I'm going to have to do some work to get it unhung. Maybe with the winch. Get out of here. And this one, the big one in the middle, it also is leaning that way. But it's tall enough that it will catch on that leaning diagonal popple. I've been looking at these two also. The one on the right has a good lean. It's going to go where I want it to. Maybe I should take that first. I'm going to have to get this out of here somehow. It's wedged in there. The two birch trees on either side have gotten larger and it squeezed it into place. Well, I could just cut it just above that wedged in hunk of wood. That maybe is what I'll do. Now we've got an unobstructed path for it to fall into. That is a lot of wood. My heart is racing. Part of that's exertion and part of it's apprehension. Every time I take a tree, even though I'm fairly certain it's a sure thing, I've done my homework. Insley's laying just right there. There's no way it was going to come back at her, but, you know about buts. And the nice thing about this tree is most of the bottom 20 feet is limb free. So I don't have to fight getting in there to take limbs off before I can pull it out with the winch. And this one is going to have to be broken into two lengths. This whole length, once I get it limbed, is, I think, way too heavy for that winch. I guess I'm not going to push my luck anyway. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, right there. Okay. I think it's time to go get my water jug. Okay, now I'm going to go get the water bottle. Well, this time I got it, and it's very refreshing. It's what, if a doctor was here, would have ordered. Remember when we were working out here exactly, it looked almost exactly the way it does now. Birch laying across here, fire pit down there, behind the camera. Leaves or limbs up at that end. We really have a big crop of bumblebees this year. As I've mentioned, we don't have the big ones, the ones I'm used to seeing every year. The ones we have are at least half the size. But in June, there weren't that many. There was a few here and there. Then I discovered the nest under the front stoop stairs. It's been there all along, I mean ever since. But now there seems to be 100 or more flying around that big tall wispy plant. They're on every day. Now there's like 8 or 10 of them at a time. And they fly down under the steps. I'll sit on the top with my feet on the next row down, and under that row it's open all the rest of the way down the steps, and they fly in. And if I'm standing on the step that's sort of is in their way, they come up to me and fly sideways and then go ahead under. We have a very copacetic relationship. They do their thing, I do my thing. Nobody's bothering anybody. I'm very well aware that they're there, so I keep out of their way. I talked about how much it looks just like it did back in when I was out here before. This is the old bear hunting camp behind here now. But there's one major difference that has changed since then. Remember I was telling you how I would start the chainsaw and Insley she'd head for the house. And when I turned off the chainsaw, I'd give my loud whistle, and here she'd come running. It meant all clear, everything's fine. It's safe now. She doesn't need to do that anymore. She just lays right here She's gotten used to the chainsaw. One thing I haven't gotten used to yet, when I sit down in the entryway to change my shoes into boots, and she always comes running, picks up a toy along the way, or picks up one of my shoes, takes it away, drops it, comes back for the other one, carries it around, she's shaking it. I'm not going to stop her from doing that. I love that. Shoes are getting a little bit ragged around the tops, but when she's got her toy, she likes to hold it and plunge it against my leg, my thigh, my crotch, and occasionally she gets her front teeth into my skin, bites. Oh, Christ. Pardon my... no, you don't have to pardon that. Well, yesterday she got me in the tricep of the arm. Ooh, she got me a good one, and I yelped. No, don't bite. Well, I think she's getting the message finally. Today when we getting ready to come out, she was doing the same thing, and I think she remembered, oh, I shouldn't do that. She backed off. I don't know how to tell her that it's your front teeth that are coming together against my skin. You don't know you're doing it. She's not biting on purpose. She's playing, and she's... Yeah. So how do I teach her? It's just the front teeth that I don't want you to bite my skin or my crotch. If you please. Don't do that to me. It's 82 degrees today. Warmer than it was going to be. It's going to be in the upper 70s. And I don't mind 82, but I looked at the humidity. Oh, it's 64%. No wonder it's drippy. But I love doing this. And I'm in the shade. It's shady. Oh, God. The frickin' future weather report forecast. 2 days ago I looked at it for rain, and oh, good. 70 or point or 3/4 of an inch between Saturday at late afternoon into Sunday. 90% chance of rain. Oh, good. Man, oh man. All right. And it got even better yesterday. 0.92 for the rain. That's almost an inch. Just that shy of an inch. Great. And an even 90% chance of rain both days. Now I looked this afternoon. Oh, Christ. You know where it ended up. A 50% chance of rain for both days, and the rain amount is 0.17. I really hate that. And, well, you know I do. I can edit all this out. My rain rant. We had a good thing going with the nearly inch of rain on Monday, Tuesday of this week past. And I was so overjoyed. Good, we're going to keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Get the woods healthy again. No, disappointed again. Lucy came along with her football and pulled it away at the last second. And I'm Charlie Brown. And I'm flat on my back with disgust and resentment. All right, I've ranted and cooled enough. I think it's time to... Now did I catch it? Yes, I did, and I let it go. Jesus. It's handy that the burn pit is right there.